Hey everybody, this is Ori from OneScales. In today's video, I'm going to introduce you to one of the best features that Shopify released in the last very long time, in my opinion, which is the ability to manage return requests via Shopify native, both in the backend for the business and for a customer to request a return. It was just released, and what I want to do is share with you how it works and what you have here so you guys have more information and see if it could be used for you. So let's jump in very simply. So I'll show you some example of what a customer would experience, how a business would experience, and then at the end of the video, we'll go to some settings and explain to you what you need to know, etc. So first of all, managing return requests. So a return is by definition an order that was shipped already, either in shipping process or already delivered, and then it can be returned, right? Request return. You cannot return something unless it is actually shipped to you. You can ask for a refund before it's shipped, but you cannot return something until you got it, right? So very simple. So I'm a customer right here. I'm logging in as a customer. I went to my website and I went to my order, for example, right here, and I can either return here in the order, or I can go inside the order and click on return right there. And then I can select from the specific items I bought, the specific items. If I have more than one, I can select one or multiple. I can select the reason, the quantity, because there's only one quantity. I don't have a quantity, but if I have more than one, I can. I can select the reason. For example, it was damaged, and then I can add additional note or not, and I can click on request return. Every time I do this stuff, I get an email, and also the business itself gets emails and has in the backend. So now I requested it. Now you can see that the back end, if I go to orders right here, first of all, I have a tab here called return request. And let me go here into the order. Let's go, this is order number 101. I can go here and I can see here return requested, right? If I go back to the orders, I can actually go here return request. I can see that it's requested, right? I need to take care of it, right? So I click here, right here, and I see the return requested. I can either decline it if it's not valid. Maybe they, for example, doesn't fit my policy. Maybe they try to return it 5 years later. I can select the reason. I can select a note also here or not, and I can decline, and the customer will get an email. Or I can approve it. Let's leave this page. I can approve it, and after I approve it, I can upload a return label. I can use Shopify return labels if I have that integrated, or my own label. Or I can say no shipping is required. You just keep it and I'll send you something. So depending on your business requirements, you have multiple. So for example, if I have a label, I'm going to go, I have a fake label here for the video, tracking number, and let's just say I'm shipping with UPS, and I can click on create a return. When the return is finished, I can manage it. The return is in progress. Eventually, if everything's okay, I can refund the customer. I can click on refund what was returned right here, quantity, etc. I can change the quantity. I can override the refund if I'm giving more or less. I can do that, and then I can click here, make sure you send a notification to customer, and click on refund. Okay, and that's it. So other than that, what you can do is what we showed right here. Customer can request a return, but they can also contact you, customer service. So you can also go to orders and make the return from the order itself. So that's one of the things. So let's go over some of the settings. Let's go over some other important things you need to know about it. And then, of course, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. We're here to make a better community, more information, save you guys time, and just do better for you guys. Okay? So a few things you need to know. Number one is in the settings. You need to enable this. So there's a few tricky things you need to know about it. Number one, in your settings and checking and accounts, you need to basically enable it. So if you go all the way down, you'll have here this section called customer account actions, and you'll have here customer self-serve returns, which is what we're talking about, a return management system. So first of all, you have to enable it. But in order to enable it, you need to be aware of one thing, which is customer accounts and account experience. Shopify very recently, 2023, has released a way to have different types of customer accounts. So originally, you had something called a classic customer account. Customer registers with an email and a password, their own password, and then they log in. Okay. So what they do basically is they That's called a classic customer account. Now Shopify has something called new customer accounts, which are trying to either add a new option or maybe phase out the classic customers, which is every time you log in, you don't need to register. You just go, you log in, it gives you a one-time code to your email. You use that and you log in. Every single time you log in, it gives you a new code to log in. And so in order to have this account system, you need to use new customer accounts. In order to have the return management, you have to have new customer accounts. If you have classic, you cannot enable it. So you need to enable new customer accounts, which means you also need to update the URLs of all of your logins so people can use the new accounts instead of the old accounts. So this is very, very important. And what I'll do is I'll also share some documentation here. If you didn't understand anything in the video, you can also reference Shopify's information, their pages, but I'm trying to cover everything in this. Okay, so you need to enable it. Now, new customer accounts have a special unique URL that, depending on your template and your customization, you would actually have to copy this and update your front end where the customer experience is. So for example, if I go here, I go to the store. Let's go here. Okay, you can see my customer link right here will link to a special URL right here, special URL. Let me show you a better example. Let me log out first. If I go here, you'll notice right here in the URL on the bottom left-hand side right here, you'll notice that there's a new URL and we updated in the theme. Depending on your theme, you'll have to do things. You might also have to update some links on the bottom depending on how you've customized. Okay. Also, one important thing to note is your theme should be a 2.0 Shopify, and it should support this. If it doesn't support it, you have to upgrade your theme itself, okay, or get a different one. Okay, so once you've created the new customer accounts and you've updated the links, you need to do a few more things. You need to update this, and you need to update your policies, right? So people can, when they read your customer policies, they can actually go to the correct URL. So how do you go to policies? You go here to policies right here in your settings, and in your refund policy, make sure you actually link to that special URL so they can log in as a new customer, get a one-time token, right, which is a few digits, log in, and then they can request a return just like you saw in the beginning. Okay, so what else do we have here? What are other important settings that we have? The other thing is about notifications. So notifications. So both the customers and the business want to get notifications about returns by email typically. So if you go down right here, you go scroll down, 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 there's a new section called returns, and these are the email templates that get sent. You can customize those, or you can keep the template ones, the existing ones, but here's where all the content is created for your returns. Here's what is here's what you can see, especially if you have different instructions. Your business does things without a shipping label, with a shipping label, with a specific one, with FedEx or UPS. You might need to update the content itself in this. So what you do is click on edit code, you update the content, etc. Okay. Other than that, in notifications, you need to make sure, if you want, that you actually get notifications. You get notifications right here. Here's the template for a new return request. You get the notifications to whatever admin is our customer service person is handling the returns. Okay. So what else is important to know about this? I think that's it basically. So really simply, make sure, just a recap of this, if you want returns on your site, you need to, number one, set up new customer accounts. Number two, enable it, okay, via the settings. And you need to make sure you have notifications, you update your templates, etc., etc. Okay. So let's make one more order. Let's go through a whole process. Let's show you everything, and then we can finish this. Okay. So number one, if I'm a customer, I can go and I can log in. Let me show you with the new customer. So I'm going to put my email, for example, info1scales. And now I'm going to get an email, a password to my email. So I'm going to go to my email right here, and I'm going to get a password right there. Every time it's a unique password, it expires every 15 minutes, if you see. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in. I can see all of my orders, and I can process them. So if I want to request a return, I can go here, request a return, and select the reason, etc., etc., right? So I can go here, do this, Do not want any more. Request a return. You'll see the status. I have return requested. I have an old return. You can have multiple returns on the same order right here. And you can see all the emails, right? So a return requested right here, return requested. That's good. And here's another return requested. Okay, these are old emails. Should be actually right here. Okay, so now the business itself will go here to my orders. Okay, and you'll see a return requested right here. I can go here. I can approve or decline. I can approve it. For example, I don't need to ship. And now I can create a refund. Okay, create the refund, select the quantity, any additional for shipping, any additional overrides, and we're good to go. So once I do that, I'll have my return approved email, and I should get also a refund notification. That's it. So hope you guys enjoy this video. This is a new feature. I'm sure Shopify is going to update things in the future. More and more. I'll add more to the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. Much appreciated. Please subscribe. Please share. Please say hello. If you have any questions, we're here for the community in the comments. And just share your insight, how you use it, and other things you can share with the community. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys.